Hey everybody, welcome to Vitaflex Training. We'll talk a little bit about what Vitaflex is, and then we're going to go through 11 techniques that you can use at home with or without your oils, and that's the amazing thing, to bring even more support to you and your family. So it's a super powerful technique. We have my guinea pigs here. No, they're my peeps, and they're here to learn along with you. Jen Frame with Lilu will not be doing Vitaflex, but she's here. Haley and Brittany. Guys. Okay, so we're going to partner up. Jen, you and I can be together, and you two can be together. But the first thing we're going to do, and you guys can do this at home if you have cedar wood. Cedar wood is one of the highest oils and sesquiterpenes, and that helps to oxygenate the brain. So one thing that you can do when you are about to learn something, if you're studying for a test or you're going to take a test, you're going into training all day, is to take a drop of cedar wood, put it on your thumb, okay, and then you're going to press it to the roof of your mouth for a minute. Okay, so I want you guys to all do that.
Excuse me.
Oh! Okay, so we're going to press that to our mouth for a minute. And what that does is that helps to oxygenate the brain. Try saying oxygenate when you have your thumb in your mouth. But that helps to oxygenate the brain and just clears your head and mind for learning. So you can do that with peppermint as well. So that's a fun tip that I learned when I did Vitaflex training. So while these, I know, it tastes amazing. Not really. Yep. Yep. Deal with it. Deal with it. It's okay, Kathy. We love you.
It's an interesting question. If I put this back in, how is that effective?
No, it's fine. Okay. Okay. So let's first talk about, where's my paper? Okay. Let's first talk about what Vitaflex is. And you can see them, they all look like they're sucking their thumbs. Drink your coffee. You're fine.
I did.
Fine.
I'm fine.
Deal.
What group is this in?
House of Oils. We're in House of Oils, right?
Although the woodsy smell is nice in my nose.
Oh, it's not bad. I don't mind it. Oh my gosh, it's not bad.
It definitely doesn't taste the way
Like,
it
I could totally do this again.
Yeah, I mean,
would
it's
do
not
it.
like amazing, but it's tolerable. It's fine.
like it.
Okay. So Vitaflex is actually, comes from the phrase vitality through the reflexes. So if you've heard of reflexology at all, it's very similar to that. In that, wish you were here too, Haley. I want to make sure we're even here. Reflexology is basically hitting different points of the body to support other points of the body, basically. And that's what Vitaflex is. So I'll read you the definition. It consists of a specialized form of digital electrical stimulation using your fingers. Amazing. And when you use your fingers a certain way on the body, it sends electrical impulses through nerve pathways and unblocks different areas. So when you have illness, when you have pain, when you have discomfort, there's typically a blockage somewhere of nerves, of viruses, of bacteria, something that's causing that. And so using Vitaflex can help to unblock that and bring healing. This is from Tibet. So it's an ancient Tibetan healing methodology, and it was brought to the US in 1920 by Stanley Burroughs. So Gary Young then took it and started teaching it to the masses. So you're going to learn it today, and I think you'll be amazed at how easy it is. Okay, so a couple things we need to make sure when you're doing Vitaflex. I had asked everybody here, you want to have short fingernails, like short, like no white, okay? And you'll find out why. No nail polish, because oils, when you're using oils, it can remove nail polish. So if you're working on your hands with oils and you have nail polish on, you're like driving nail polish into your body. No, we don't like that. No metal, because metals are circuit breakers. So we want to make sure that we have, we're not breaking energy flowing through our body, so no metal. If you have metal inside your body, then that is what needs to be there. And, ideally your feet are washed and all that. So those are just some pointers. Okay, another thing to just basic is that there is a point on your feet and hands that corresponds to all of your body parts. And so the main ones, and we'll talk about those, but if you're looking at your feet, like your big toe, the bottom of your big toe is your brain, and then you go all the way down, this is your spine, and then the bottom is, kind of the bottom of your spine, okay? So that, and then what's on it corresponds to the areas of your body. So like your heart is kind of over here, and that would correspond to the same foot. Does that make sense? So the heart, you can access the heart point from underneath your left toe. I'm sorry, like your ring toe, they call that your ring toe, like the second to the pinky, to access the heart, okay? If you have a desk reference, you will see a foot chart in there. And if you don't have a desk reference, is it in the pocket reference too? Is there a foot chart?
I think there is.
Okay,
It's almost everywhere.
desk or pocket reference, or you can go online. Just look for Vitaflex foot chart, okay? All right, so the first thing we are going to do is we're gonna learn the technique for Vitaflex, and it's very simple. So if you're watching at home, I want you to hold your arm out, any arm. Okay, what?
It's in the app.
Oh, it's in what app?
The Ref Guide for EO.
So it's in if you have the Ref Guide for EO app, it's in there
applications.
too. Okay, under applications. Okay, so I want you to hold your arm out, and you're gonna take your other hand, and you're gonna place it on your arm. Just rest it like this, okay? Okay, can you guys see me? Rest it like this, okay? That's the starting point of Vitaflex. The second, so that's step one. Step two is to go, so the very tips of your fingers are pressing in. You're not like digging in, but you're putting pressure, okay? So like this. So step one, step two, and the last step is over. So your fingernails are fully flat on your hands. Okay? So, and then that goes quickly. So pad, tip, nail. Pad, tip, nail. Pad, tip, nail. And you can do it quickly. It's like makes a rolling motion. But you want to make sure at all times that the pads of your fingers are flat over, and they go flat on the other side. And that is one, I guess, revolution, or one full
repetition
cycle of Vitaflex. So what it's doing is it's firing. So this is super cool. In fact, I'm just going to read it because it's said better. Okay. The voltages produced by Vitaflex induce currents along the nerve pathways. Okay? So when you're doing this, you're firing electrical impulses along nerve pathways. You can do this without oils. But what's amazing is oils go along nerve pathways too and bring support. So when you use Vitaflex with oils, it's incredibly powerful. You're basically shooting essential oils through your nerve pathways to support your body. Amazing! Okay? So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to basically do pad, tip, nail on different parts of your body to do different things. Okay. Any questions, you guys, before we get started? Okay? Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to clear the colon. Yes. Okay. When we did this in class, and you guys will have to tell me because this is funny because we're all like family here. But when we did this in our training and we were working on the colon, via the shins. We're not working on the colon, but through the reflex points, people's bellies started gurgling, and people were starting to have to use the bathroom because it clears. So if you have somebody that has chronic digestive problems, constipation, any sort of blockage they feel, we want to clear the colon, because if you have a backed up colon, life is not good for you. It's not it's not a good thing. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, it's a two-part to clear the colon. We work on the shin and then we work on the feet. Okay. So we're going to work on the feet first because this is basic raindrop, which is another training. But I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to demonstrate, and then we'll go from there. Okay. So you're going to go from, can you guys see? Make sure you guys can see. Okay. We're going to go, remember how I said this was your brain, this is your spine, okay? From here, okay, is your ascending colon, goes all the way across, descending colon, and then sigmoid, which then, you know, connects to the anus for elimination, okay? Did I just say that? Snicker. Okay, so ascending, you see how it goes across? This basically represents your body right here, okay? So over, okay. So we're gonna, when we work on the feet and we work on the colon, the first thing we want to do with the feet is we're going to take our pad tip nail and we're going to go pad tip nail all the way across from the spine to the big toe, okay? That's the last part of clearing the colon. So to clear the colon fully is, Jen, give me your is that okay?
Yep.
Okay, well typically we would do it on the floor. Let me bring on the floor. Okay, so we can see Jen, okay? And we have her shin right here, okay? The inside of her shin, okay? All the way to her heel, Lilu, along her spine to her big toe. Lilu's like, you're touching my mom, okay? Do you guys see that? The inside of her shin bone, okay, down to her heel, to her spine, to her big toe. Are you ticklish? Okay. So to clear the colon, we're going to go pad tip nail all the way down her shin. Okay. Pad tip nail, pad tip nail, pad tip nail. Little bit of pressure, not, okay. We're going to go along the spine, pad tip nail, pad tip nail, pad tip nail. Okay, and then off the brain, okay? We are gonna do that 3 times, okay? Okay, and then we would go to the other one, okay? Pad tip nail, pad tip nail, pad tip nail, down, okay? Along her spine, all the way to her big toe, okay? We would do that 3 times. So when it comes to Vitaflex and when it comes to raindrop, you do 3 times on each side, okay? Three times, 3 times. So three times on each side 3 times, okay? Okay, to clear the colon, on the shins and the points of the feet, you can use cypress, wintergreen, basil, marjoram, and peppermint. Okay? And it says, this is kind of cool. While helping to open and relax the colon, this technique also administers to the bladder, ovaries, prostate, sciatic nerve, spine, thyroid, and brain. Because you know we go all the way from the shins to the spine to the brain. Okay, so you guys want to try that?
Yes.
Lean it
I'll
down.
do it on you.
And if you guys are doing this, you can try this at home too.
So we're doing it from knee.
Okay.
I think it was about like mid, like, yeah.
Like right there. And then
Okay, so let me. I'm gonna take you guys with us.
oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay, I'm gonna flip this around. Stop. Okay. Okay, so Brittany is rolling, and then she's going on the spine all the way to the big toe. And you want to just maybe hold your thumb up so you're not.
Oh, we
doing
don't do the
pressure.
thumb.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, your thumb's just kind of a guide, but yeah.
Okay.
And then that. Okay, and then she's gonna do it. I love your tattoos.
So that's the third time for me.
Yeah.
So we're switching sides.
Yeah, and then she would switch sides.
I'm not very great with my left hand.
Okay.
Okay.
And shorter, like
Okay.
more. You want to do more pad tips and
Okay.
nails. Yep. Good. Yeah.
That one kind of tickles.
Okay. And Kathy says, Digise on the colon Vitaflex has helped me after loving too much cheese. That's good. Okay. So they're finishing that. And then we'll talk about another way to support the colon. You can finish that up. Okay, is on the bottom of the feet like we talked about. So move this right here. Okay. Okay, Haley, let's do you next. Okay. Okay. So Haley's feet. Okay. Haley's feet. So we have ascending colon. Ascending. Can you guys see this? Ascending transverse, descending sigmoid. Okay, that's how your intestines go. So to do Vitaflex on her feet to clear the colon, you're going to do pad tip nail, and you're just going to go pad tip nail up, over, okay? And then whatever's comfortable for you, you can switch hands, or you can just keep going like this, whatever works for you. Down, sigmoid. Okay? Do it again. Ascending, transverse, okay? Descending, sigmoid. All right? And we're going to do that 3 times. You can use, thank you. You can use the oils of, like Kathy just said, Digise, peppermint, or patchouli are really good oils to use to clear the colon if you're going to be doing that on the feet. All right? How easy is that? You just pick up your feet. You can do it yourself. You can do it on other people. Okay? You can do that on kids. It's a really, really powerful thing. The last way that you can actually open the colon, which is super crazy, is the base of your skull by doing the thumb Vitaflex. And thumb Vitaflex is just pad tip nail with your thumb. Base of your skull. You can use any of the oils we just talked about to open the colon by just pad tip nail on the base of your skull. All right, so that is opening the colon. Super cool. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is talk about the respiratory system and the lighting.
My biggest fault.
Okay, respiratory. Okay, the lungs on the feet are right here. These are your lungs. Okay, so basically the middle of the ball of your foot. Okay, and then this piece of paper has, like, here's the foot chart, and these are your lungs. Lungs. Okay, so if anybody is struggling with respiratory issues, you can work on their lungs by taking an oil and Vitaflexing it onto the bottoms of the feet. So that's really easy to do. Oils that can help with the lung reflexes are RC, Raven, Ravensara, or Eucalyptus. And a lot of you guys already know that. But to do the lungs is you want to go from the outside in. That's typically the pinky toe to the big toe. And you're going to, you want to try that yourself, Brittany, and see if, yeah. Just pat tip nail across and you can get an oil.
It's like the easiest one.
Yeah. But if you guys are blocked or somebody, like super simple, right? Instead of just, apply it to the chest, apply it to the back, but also apply it to the Vitaflex on the foot.
So you want to
And
do it the
put
same
socks.
foot, same hand.
Outside in.
But you want to do like this foot, this hand.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So I can go this way, like this. Yeah.
Yeah, it matters in raindrop, but it doesn't matter like just,
And you can raindrop yourself.
Right.
You can
Yeah.
use this. I do that a lot when
Yeah.
I'm coming down with stuff.
okay. Now that is the lungs. If you look at the tops of your feet actually are how you access the bronchial tubes. And those are the grooves in between. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just like trying to get this straight. So the bronchial tubes. You access the bronchial tubes, the tops of your feet. I'm like doing yoga here. The grooves in between the like that top part of your foot, you know, the grooves. So right here, these grooves right here. Yep, those grooves right there. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. And then you would just go from the outside in, so the pinky toe, and you would go 3 times in between each groove, and then do it 3 times, 3 cycles. Okay. And then you could still use those oils if there's an infection in the lungs. You would use Thieves, Exodus 2, Immupower, or Cistus. If the infection is viral, oregano, thyme, cinnamon bark, or cassia. And did anybody get the red shot?
I did.
Cassia is in red
Coming.
shot.
Ooh.
You can't buy cassia.
Cassie's in Exodus 2.
You can't buy it plain. It's so good. Cassia tastes so good. Super cinnamony. Okay, so that is a powerful way to provide additional support to the lungs and the bronchial tubes. Okay, the next is the sinuses. This is really easy. So if anybody struggles with sinus infections, sinus allergies, anything that has to do with the sinus, the necks of your toes are how you, like the groove between the ball of your foot and the necks of your toes. So like in here, like in all right here.
Like when they bit me.
Okay, this is all your sinuses. This is all your sinuses right here. Okay, yep. And you're just gonna go pinky to big toe, and you're just gonna Vitaflex to help support sinuses. Yep. You see how easy it is to do it on yourself? Super easy. Let's see if it has, okay, peppermint. They're saying peppermint is the oil to use for this, but if somebody wants something different, then use that. Another way to support the sinuses is actually Vitaflexing on the sinuses. So starting from your like the outside of your ears and going in like this. That's one. Let's see. And going in like this. They do not suggest using oils for that because you don't want to get it near your eyes, especially like peppermint. So you would apply peppermint to the necks of your toes and then maybe put some coconut oil or something, right? or you can just diffuse it near you
Yeah.
and do.
Idea.
Ooh, I wonder if
yeah.
I'm doing it over the mist.
Okay.
Ooh,
Without getting it in your
Okay.
yeah, that'd be good.
Another way to help with the sinuses or inhibition is across the forehead like this. Okay. It feels good.
Yeah.
You guys make sure you cut your fingernails though, because you can just really, yeah. So it feels
Yeah,
really
it
good.
feels
You can do that on somebody who's suffering from a migraine too. Just
Oh.
Vitaflex. Without even oils. Vitaflexing is really powerful. Okay, so next, the head and the brain. Okay. Where is the Vitaflex point for the brain on your feet?
Your big toe.
The bottom of your big toe. Okay, so, but actually the head and the brain are accessed by the bottoms of our toes in general, because it's like eyes and nose and the brain. So to help with any support for neurological, brain fog, trauma, concussion, anything that like ADD, ADHD, anything that has to do with the brain and the head, you can work on the bottoms of the toes. So I see like vetiver, frankincense, all cedarwood. Okay, take your foot and you're gonna go up and over the tops of your toes. So you're gonna go to the groove, pinky toe first, and you're gonna go up and over, and then move over a little bit. Up and over. Does that make sense?
So for those of you who have toes,
Up and over. Okay? And then you move on
The fingers
to the
for
next. Up,
I don't.
up, and over. And then you move on. Up and over till you get to the end of the big toe. So that is one way to support the head and the brain. Applying oils to your fingers and then Vitaflexing. On the head, okay, is kind of a lengthy process, but I'll show it to you. Okay, who wants to be my guinea pig? Brittany, come here. Come on, Brittany. Okay, this is something you can do to somebody who has a really bad migraine, struggling with anything that is related to face us. Okay, I'm taking your hair out.
Take my updo out.
You have nice thick hair.
I'm gonna get a
Super
haircut, so
jealous.
my hair is
Cute.
Okay. Okay, and this just feels really good. Okay, so you're going to take obviously Vitaflex, and we're gonna separate the head in half. So we're gonna go 3 times on her left, like when you're behind her, it's to the right, but it's her left side. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 3, and then and that's our one side. And then we're gonna go to this side, 4, 5, 6. Does that make sense? So we work on the left side, her left side going up, and then the right side going up. And all we do is we Vitaflex. So we're just gonna hold her head in place right here gently, and we're gonna Vitaflex, okay, to the side of her ear, and yeah, their hair is just gonna get all like messy. But I'm Vitaflexing, okay? Okay? And I'm gonna go all the way around the forehead to where I meet that hand. That's once. I'm gonna do that 3 times, okay? Okay? This is amazing for head tension migraines, okay? 1, 2,
Or if you
so.
want to take a nap.
What's that?
Or if you want to take a nap.
Oh, shit. Yeah, it feels really good. Okay, so you're gonna do that 3 times. Then you're gonna go sort of like in the middle of the center and the side, and you're gonna go, up. I can see doing this for a child that's just like,
tripping, Montana.
flip their lids.
Yeah. Yep.
Anybody who's just kind of like done with whatever homework or whatever's stressing them out, you can just stop and just go, let me do your head treatment. You can use oils. You don't have to use oils, but frankincense would be amazing for this. Cedarwood, very I wouldn't use hot oils or cooling oils. I would just do this. Okay, so there's that.
I don't want to get up because the stool's coming apart.
I don't think it's gonna.
Both
Okay.
ones. Okay.
All right. And then we're gonna go. Yeah.
I'm gonna propose on Brittany just
We're gonna
trying.
go up. Okay, center over 3 times, and then we'll go. And then you go. Start over on this side. 3 times. Go over. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then this side. 1, 2, 3. Center. 1, 2, 3. And then you end it by, who doesn't love this? When you pull the hair really gently, but it's so calming. You have so much hair.
I know.
I'm so jealous.
You could have some.
Okay, so that is a really, really, really non-invasive, powerful way to bring additional support.
That just like
to-
really felt like calmed me. Like
Yeah.
I just all of a sudden just felt like so relaxed.
And we didn't even use oils.
Mm-mm.
So adding oils to Vitaflex just makes it so incredibly powerful. Yay, Rita. Yes, Rita, you are a wealth of knowledge.
She would've
Okay.
lifted me.
Oh, so oils that you can use to the head. Sandalwood, frankincense, cedarwood, brain power, or peace and calming. Peace and calming would be amazing for kiddos to add
And
to
it's
that.
really thin.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like vetiver you can't really use in that.
Yeah, it would get,
instance and
yeah.
on a girl, but peace and calming is so thin and it wouldn't leave that
Right.
really
residue,
oily.
yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Ears. Supporting the ears, okay? Helichrysum is the ear oil, okay? That is, yeah, you can get down. Other options are purification, ylang ylang, geranium, and I would add Melrose, okay? But helichrysum is for like ringing of the ears, ear hearing loss, like really big stuff. Helichrysum is going to be the oil for
Yes.
that.
Cypress for tinnitus. That's
You say cypress?
Cypress. Me and ask Haley pop in and confirm if it was Cypress for tinnitus. She'll know.
Yeah.
'Cause we
Well,
were
and that would
just-
make sense because like circulation and
Yeah, it's either Cypress or Jennifer. I think it was
I think
Cypress.
it's
Okay.
Cypress.
okay,
Sorry.
cool. Okay, so the ears on your feet, to access the ears on your feet, and I would say this is powerful for kiddos because yes, you never drop oils in your ears ever, ever, ever. You can put oils on a cotton ball and stick, drop oil on the cotton ball and stick it in there, or put oils around. But also, don't forget about the points on the feet, and it's the bottom of the last 2 toes. Make sure that I'm right on that.
Yes.
Yes. So these 2 toes. 1, 2. That's your ears. Okay. So applying oils to that part. I mean, you don't really. I mean, you can try to Vitaflex just those little toes, but I just apply to the both sides. So that's one way to provide additional support to the ear. Okay. Another way is, like I said, the jaw bones and the mastoid bones. So just and all the way down the neck, applying oils, all the way right here on both sides. Helichrysum is very gentle. So that is, and then if we have time, I'll show you one pretty intense way to.
If you don't have helichrysum, when I was having my ear issues a couple weeks ago, owie.
Okay, owie. That helped Jen's ear issues.
I had 100% hearing loss,
Yeah,
and
and owie really helped.
owie really helped
That's
because it's got
awesome.
the helichrysum in
Because
it.
it has the helichrysum in it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kathy.
Okay, can you use Panaway for ears? Well, helichrysum is in Panaway. Hey, I always say if you don't have helichrysum but you have an oil that has helichrysum in it, then do it. Just be really careful about not putting oils in your ears. Okay, let's move on to the heart. And oils for the heart would be Cypress, Aroma Life, or Trauma Life. Interesting enough. So, how you access the heart on your hand would be under your ring finger. So this is the Vitaflex point for your heart, right under your ring finger, and you would just do one finger and pad tip nail, pad tip nail. Another way to access the heart is the inside of your left elbow right here. Pad tip nail, pad tip nail. They have saved people from heart attacks before the medics could get to them by doing Vitaflex on the heart. Okay?
Well, that makes sense. Cause
Always call 911. Don't do this instead of calling 911.
And add aroma life.
And add aroma life, honestly. So we heard some crazy stories about, okay?
Yeah.
And then, of course, the foot is the left foot below the ring toe. So remember, it corresponds. So your heart is sort of in the center, but it goes over to this side. So left ring finger, left ring toe. Okay? Kind of like a little bit down, but that's the heart, okay? So just one finger Vitaflex so you can access the heart. So that's pretty powerful. I would do this for anybody that's had a heart attack and is even in the hospital, just supporting, getting aroma life on them. Okay. Okay, let's do the lymphatic pump. This was a really powerful, our instructor told us about this technique, which I'll show you guys, and we'll move so I can show it to you. But this is really good for anybody that's bedridden, that cannot get up and walk. The act of walking is really, really, really important for your body to keep your lymphatic system working. And so this simulates walking. And she told a story about a man who was bedridden, a woman who was bedridden, and the hospital was like, there's nothing we can do, she's just gonna lay there. And he was in this training, and he learned about the lymphatic pump, and he went to the hospital and did it on his wife, and she got up and started walking. It got her lymphatic system moving, and it helped her body to actually move. So let me show it to you. It's really easy, but who wants to be my person? Okay, we're gonna come over here just so I can. Okay, so just sit on the couch and lay down, because you're gonna pretend like you're
On my stomach?
No,
or
on your back. Sorry.
Okay.
You pretend like you're bedridden, and Lilu's gonna come see you.
Lily's like, hey,
She's wet,
are you
Lily.
okay? Are you okay?
Here, let's. Okay.
you down?
Here.
You want me to hold it?
Well, if I can get my tripod going. Okay. Okay, so Haley is bedridden, and we want to get her lymphatic system moving because it's important for healing, it's important for overall body function, okay? And so you've got their feet, and you're going to basically simulate walking. By doing that, or the way to do that is you're going to take the ball of their feet. Why don't you practice on her other foot, just so you can feel how it is, okay?
That's what I do with my.
You're gonna push. You're gonna push. You still like pretend like you know when you're walking, you're kind of pushing off. Okay, push, and you're gonna pull forward. Like you're gonna push, and then you're gonna pull her toes down, and it's sort of like a. It's sort of like a rolling. Okay.
So like.
Where you're pushing you're pushing the ball, and then you're grabbing like that, and you're doing it again.
Okay.
Does that, and then push.
Whoever does it feels good.
Does that make sense? Sort of like she's walking.
Kinda. Okay, yeah.
Okay? And then you're supporting their heel, and what that does is it basically tricks the body into thinking that you're walking.
Yeah, it is kind of.
And it just it's like it signals to the brain that you're moving. It increases circulation, so you can do that for anybody. I believe that even people that edema, varicose veins, any circulation issues, you can do a lymphatic pump on them.
I can feel like the pressure, not bad, but just like I can feel it moving all the way up.
Yeah.
The
Like
inside
as if
of
you
it.
were going on a walk.
Yeah.
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 It's really weird.
Yeah. So you can do it. You can go do it together. Do it together, right?
Such a
And
weird-
obviously they're going to tell you whether that's uncomfortable or not. So you can do it, aggressively. You can do it gently. don't break their toes. But that's the lymphatic pump. Okay, really powerful, but really easy. Okay, does it say? Oh, so this is in the desk reference. So there are photographs of lymphatic pump in the desk reference. Okay. It says it's most effectively performed after the shin technique for the colon. So you could do colon, right? And then you could do the lymphatic pump. Okay. Yes, Haley got some puppy love. Can you do this on yourself, or do you need some? Andina, it would be a little awkward, but I think you can. Yeah, like I'm kind of doing it to myself. Obviously, it's ideal if somebody else does it, but all of this you can do on yourself. It's okay. So, is this the last one? Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the hip atlas, and this is super fun, and then we will wrap up. Okay.
I went on a mile walk today.
Okay. You guys can do this. The hip atlas is basically that you can do. I did this when I was in Alabama to like 30 people, and it was adjusting their hips and alignment without oils. And Peyton, my son, asked me to do it all the time because it's like a fun party trick, basically. It's super cool. So
I'll be the dummy.
okay. So no, you want to be in a chair. So what you do is if you're out of alignment, you're gonna have one leg that's a little bit shorter than the other, and it's gonna throw off your back and your hips. And so what this does, and I believe it's very similar to like what chiropractors do. And Jen, can you hold the phone?
Yeah, of course.
And make sure people can see what I'm doing.
You'll turn it around?
Yeah, turn it around. Okay. Okay, so. Oh, my legs are so hairy. They are!
You're not supposed to see that.
I don't shave
She has hairy
I
legs.
thought we were gonna keep my legs on. Oh my god. I've had a battle with the razor lately.
That's okay. I still love you. Are you okay? Is this gonna throw you off? I don't care.
Keeping it real, yo.
Just do it. You're fine.
Do you know, if God didn't want us to have hair on our legs, He wouldn't have had us grow hair on
If
our
Beth
legs.
was in our class, she'd be like,
Okay.
I'll shave my legs.
Okay,
Oh my
so the
gosh.
first thing we're gonna do is measure where she's at. So hold on to the chair, because I don't want to pull you off the chair. Okay, so the way to do this is I'm gonna hold on to her ankles, and I'm gonna pull them up, and where my thumbs are is we'll see how far out of alignment you are. If you're holding kids, if you hold a purse on one side, like you are out of alignment. Okay, ready? Okay, so do you guys see this? Do you see how my thumbs are not?
yeah.
Okay, this is her short side. The thumb that's higher, that's your short side. That's the side we're gonna work on first. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so, okay, sit. So I'm gonna then.
You pulled her up pretty hard.
Yep. So then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to the spot where like her collarbone and her muscle, there's like a little hole, whatever, like where your collarbone meets, there's a little like divot. You're going to thumb Vitaflex right there. Okay, this is going to be slightly uncomfortable, okay? But you've gone through childbirth, so you're okay. Okay, that's it. That's all I did.
Just once?
Once, and I'm going to go over here. Okay. And do that again. Okay.
Show me where that is.
Right there.
Okay.
Right there. Can you feel it's like a
Yeah,
hole?
now I
right
can
above your
feel it.
collarbone.
That's what I was
Yep.
trying to
Okay.
do.
So now I've done the Vitaflex. Stand up.
Okay.
Okay. Take my hand. Just all we're doing is kind of shaking out her hips. Okay. Now I want you to back up again to where okay. And now sit down and don't move your legs. You can do
Wait,
that.
no.
I got you.
Wait, do what?
Sit down. Just try not to move your
Oh,
feet.
sorry.
Okay.
Oh, my feet. Oh, I thought I was like, I can keep my legs.
Okay.
straight.
And now I'm gonna see if we got her back in balance. Okay, ready?
That was it.
That's it. Do you see how she's back in balance? That is so weird.
That's really cool.
That's a
That's
hip
amazing.
Vitaflex. You want me to do it on you?
yes.
That is
Okay,
so
I'll
cool.
show it to you again. See, it's a fun party trick, but it's
Just wait. Let's do that
Okay.
chair.
It's like the opening
This chair's kinda-
okay, actually I failed to, well, I just have you like walk back, and so your feet, just sit down, try not to move your feet. Measure her to see how, look, I'm finding out her short side, okay?
I better hold on tight.
Okay, ready? Hey, you're not that bad, but this still is your short side, okay? You were bad.
it's like an inch.
This
and
is
a half
still
off.
her short side. So again, we're gonna go over
The
here.
yoga.
We're gonna find the little hole, and you just
Need it.
need to dig around a little bit. Okay, ready? And then we're just gonna go that.
Oh, I felt that all the way up my neck.
Okay. Ready? Okay.
So weird.
Okay, now we're gonna just shake out her hips. Just walk a little bit, and now walk back. Okay, sit, don't move your feet. Let's see where we're at.
I'm so short.
Hi, Lulu. Ready?
Wow. That's
Here
awesome.
you are.
Wow.
Sometimes you have to do it a couple times.
Yeah.
Sometimes it over adjusts.
Really?
Sometimes it's like, okay, now we need to do it a couple times. So I'll do you in a sec.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys, that is your crash course on Vitaflex. If I'm just gonna summarize, basically anywhere I would get to know the foot chart, the basics, like where the lungs are, where the ears are, where the eyes are, where the heart is, the colon, and whenever you have an issue that you're applying oils topically, do it on the feet as well. If you have a headache or ear issues, or somebody is struggling with something, instead of just applying oils, Vitaflex it on there. So if you have a sore shoulder, Vitaflex it on there, okay? Instead of just going like that, right? If there's a headache and you're putting peppermint for head tension, Vitaflex that, okay? If there is an ear, if your child or you have an ear issue, Vitaflex around the ear. It's very simple, but remember, it's sending electrical impulses to those nerve pathways that are blocked. So it's just a really powerful way to apply oils.
And you're not touching hard. It's
You're
very
not
light.
touching hard. So you're just, and practice it. It feels a little awkward, but it'll become second nature and you'll start to do it. If you don't have oils, it's okay. Just Vitaflex, okay? Let me know what questions you have. We'll continue to learn. I'm gonna do another raindrop training where we incorporate Vitaflex and oils to, again, clear nerve pathways. So isn't this exciting? Super exciting. Okay, thanks for joining us. What day is it? Tuesday?
Tuesday?
Happy Tuesday. Okay, bye.